Happy holidays from Couple of Bunkies.
So a couple weeks ago, I noticed my son taking his little car and sitting on it and kind of scooting across the floor. It kind of brought me back memories of when we used to play on those little scooty carts in gym class. And by looking online, I can see that these things are extraordinarily inexpensive. But I thought I would go ahead and give it a try and make it ourselves. I have a ton of these little caster wheels, and it should make the project real fun. So again, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Buck the Beaver. This was our first live stream. Go ahead and check out our live streams to see if I make anything new. And hopefully there'll be a video on how I made him and his companion Birch the Beaver. But Buck, he's doing all the drawing, and this is going to be basically the template that I'm going to go ahead and try to base the cart on downstairs. Now I have a handful of wood that's left over from our shelf project that would be absolutely perfect for this build. But looking back on it, I would much rather use a plywood or something to that effect that's kind of stable where it's not going to warp. And I end up using some scrap material and a piece of fabric in order to make a little seat on it, which, if I can remember correctly, when we were skating over the gym class floor, we never had anything soft to sit on. So I'm going to start off with two cutoffs from the shelf. And the first thing I do is pull off all the staples that are caught in the end. I really don't want to set off my saw stop table. I use a sanding disc in order to mark off a couple of the radii, and I do the same with a candy tin for a slightly smaller size. I use a tape measure and make an approximation of the sides where I will be cutting the handles for this little scoot toy. Now I use a 1/4-inch wood drill bit to start the holes for the handle. First I use a jigsaw in order to cut around the perimeter. And I end up using my scrap cut since I was a little off, but I really liked the dimensions that I had gotten from it in order to use it as a template for all the other sides. Now I cut out between the holes and make the handles with a jigsaw. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe and ring the bell icon for notifications on future videos. I round over all of the edges with a round over bit on the router table. We also have a merch store where we have made custom t-shirt designs for woodworking enthusiasts. We also have an eBay store where we sell a lot of our projects, including our best sellers, our walking sticks. I use some CA glue in order to help fix some of the chip out. Having the handles on the edged grain is probably not the ideal position for it. If I were to make this professionally, I would cut it in half and inlay a piece of walnut or something in between on the handle so it would have some strength. But I had on hand a couple of very thin pieces of walnut that I was able to go ahead and just lay over top of the outside and sand it flush. CA glue has to be a woodworker's best friend. Now I sand around the piece of walnut until it is fairly rounded and flush. I had a coat of polyurethane and let it dry for 4 hours. Now, after everything is dried, I use a small template in order to drill the holes in a proper, even space. And I add some wheels from a cart that we had rolling around our kitchen at one point in time. So I end up measuring out a small piece of plywood and cutting it to the dimensions of the top of the little scooter toy. This is so I can staple the fabric on once I add the padding. I then use some furniture screws in order to hold the two pieces of wood together. While they're together, I re-drill the holes so it goes through on the other side. So I'm going to use these pants as the stuffing within the seat. Basically, I'm just going to cut off a small square of it and place it underneath the piece of faux leather that we have. Now, we had gotten this fake leather from Joann Fabrics, but it no longer exists. Thanks for ruining another thing that I loved, private equity. After eyeballing and getting the right size for the piece of leather, I cut the piece of leather so I have enough to go all the way around the piece of plywood and the little bit of padding that I added. In order to add the piece of leather, I had to take off the furniture screws. Now, just like it's time for Christmas, I wrap the leather around the plywood and staple it on the board. Now I can add it back to the bottom of the scoot cart and screw in the furniture screws. I use some CA glue and then I add the furniture wheel adapters in the hopes that the wheels don't fall off like it always did on the little cart that we had running around the kitchen. After the adapters are installed, I can add the little wheels. And I'll tell you what, this project was tons and tons of fun. My son absolutely loves his little cart. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to watch more of our content.
Hold on tight. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. Okay, I think you're done.